belong to the poorest parts of the population. They pay 64% of total tax.
Hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please do message in the chat that everything is good. Then we'll start today's session. Today we'll be looking at what are the marks that are needed for students to score 99 percentile. That is the topic for today's session. I'll be discussing that very shortly. Please do like the stream. We have, I think, some people who have already joined us. We have started slightly early, so please do let me know if everything is going good in your preparation. If there is any issue, please do let me know so that I can try to help you out. Let me look at the chat if people have asked anything. Self-taught violinist. Yes, sir. Okay, what is your name? Self-taught violinist. If you know violin, that's pretty good, man. Victor is saying yes. Hi, Victor. How are you? So, I'll start today's session. Mostly, I'll be talking about what is the number that is needed to get 99 percentile for the last few years. Sir, important topics in geometry. Okay, good question, Pankaj. I'll just discuss that. Dash Cat 5 VRC passages were very tough. Dash Cat 5, I just took it today and I recorded the analysis also. What I felt was that the RCs were not very difficult. RCs reading, the passages were not very difficult to read, but I think the questions were difficult. That's what I felt. Where the passages were not dry passages, they were not very boring passages. I found some of the passages to be not difficult to read, but the questions that followed, I think, were definitely on the tougher side. Sir, the issue is I'm able to solve every question, but logic is not clicking at the time of giving mock. What to do? You have to solve a lot of questions beforehand. Mock is just the culmination of the effort you put in on a particular week. Mock should not be when you practice. You should practice all throughout the week, and mock should be just a way in which you test whether you have progressed or not. Hi sir, I'm a complete Calculus student, 10th 75, 12th 78, graduation 74, BCom honors graduate. PWD sir, how much should I target for IITs? I think you definitely have decent advantages. You are a non-engineer. Your graduation score is good. Your 10th and 12th ideally would have been above 80, then I would have liked it. But 70 to 80 is still okay. I think you have the PWD category, so that also is going to help you. Overall, I think if you can target 95 percentile, you will have a good chance at most of the top colleges. We have close to 50 people who are watching our stream live. Please do like the stream. I want to get to at least 100 likes before the stream ends. I'll just answer one more question with respect to important topics in geometry that was asked by Pankaj before I go into today's session about how many marks you should target to get 99 percentile. Pankaj, the topics in geometry can be broadly categorized into two parts. One is 2D geometry. 2D geometry involves circles, quadrilaterals, polygons, squares, triangles, all of those things. 3D geometry is mensuration, which involves volume, surface area, cones, cylinders, all of these things. I would say, even though in the recent past, maybe not a lot of questions have come from 3D geometry, but 3D geometry is very formula based. If you can remember 5 to 10 formulas, which are all fairly basic formulas which are related to each other. Like what is the surface area of a cylinder? What is the surface area of a cone? What is the volume of a cylinder? What is the volume of a cone? What is the volume of a sphere? If you can remember these formulas, a few formulas like this, if a question comes from 3D geometry, you will get it correct, most likely. So that is why I would say 3D geometry is a scoring subject. Most of the cases, you will easily get it because it is very directly formula based. 2D geometry on the other hand has a lot of theorems and it is slightly more complicated. Having said that, if you are comfortable with triangles and circles, most of the time, I think you will be getting most of the questions in 2D geometry. But still, like I said, 2D geometry, there is a lot of scope to make very tough questions. But at least if you know the basics of triangles and circles in 2D geometry, you will be able to get most of the easy questions correct. We have close to 60 people who are watching our stream live, guys. I am doing a session tomorrow. Sayali also will be there. I also will be there because we are getting a lot of requests about reviewing profiles. So we'll be doing a stream especially to review profiles. We'll be doing it at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Anybody who is interested to let us review their profile, you can tune in tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. we'll try to help you out. We'll try to tell you what are the colleges you can target, what is the percentile you can target. And in general, I would say that we have a fairly accurate tool, the Krakow percentile predictor. Thousands of students use the Krakow percentile predictor every day. In that percentile predictor, you have to enter your 10th marks, you have to enter your 12th marks, you have to enter your graduation score, you have to enter whether you are an engineer or a non-engineer, whether you are a male or a female, because there are diversity marks for each one of them. And once you enter all of these details and you click on your profile, you will get the percentile required to get shortlist from all the top institutes. We have gone through the, okay, thank you so much. AC off chese, remote itself. We have gone through the criteria for selection for all of these top institutes, and we have prepared that percentile predictor. So it is a fairly accurate tool. Now let me talk about today's session. And once I talk about today's session, Mohit Kushwa is saying, sir, if I am going to buy Krakow study room this week, is it a good time to buy? If yes, then how to utilize it? I would say there are two main courses of Krakow other than the mocks and sectionals. If you are somebody who has not taken CAT before, then I think the complete Krakow course, which has batches, is good for you. If you are somebody who has taken CAT before, somebody who has scored say 90 plus percentile in CAT earlier, then I would say the Krakow study room is a good fit for you. Because Krakow study room will give you a lot of questions, very good CAT level questions, which you can practice quite a lot. Because many people feel that they don't have a good resource to practice CAT level questions. For that, I would say if you use the Krakow study room and you keep answering questions, as you keep answering questions, we have something called proficiency. As your proficiency increases, you will be getting more and more difficult questions. And that will help you figure out your areas of weakness and also give you questions which are pretty tailor-made for you. The difficulty level will be fairly tailor-made for you. That is the use of Krakow study room. Okay, let me answer today's stream. Before I answer today's stream, the question is how many marks do you need to get 99 percentile in CAT? If you're somebody who is aiming for 99 percentile, what is the marks that you should target? Let me look at it across the last 4 years. In CAT 2023, 99 percentile was 76 marks. This is overall marks across all the three sections. In CAT 2022, 99 percentile was 84 marks. In CAT 2021, 99 percentile was actually 97 marks. And in CAT 2020, 99 percentile was 1 or 2 marks. So as you can see, even though this appears slightly counterintuitive, the 99 percentile mark is actually going down every year. This was especially true in CAT 2023 because the paper was much more difficult than expected. If you're looking at 99 percentile across verbal ability, in CAT 2023, you need to score around 40 marks. That is, you should get around 13 to 14 questions correct to get 99 percentile. In CAT 2022, you need to get again around 40 marks to get 99 percentile. In CAT 2021, you need to score around 45 marks to get 99 percentile. And in CAT 2020, you need to get around 42. So if you're looking for 99 percentile in verbal, 99 percentile will be approximately between 40 and 45. If you're looking at DLR, which is a section which is fairly volatile, sometimes it becomes very difficult, sometimes it becomes very easy. 99 percentile in CAT 2023 for DLR was 27 marks. That is getting around 9 questions correct, which is approximately 2 sets. In CAT 2022, 99 percentile was 29 marks, which is again very close to getting 2 sets correct. In CAT 2021, 99 percentile was 34 marks. There you need to actually get more than 2 sets correct. And in CAT 2020, 99 percentile was 35 marks. That is getting close to 12 questions correct. So if you're looking for 99 percentile in LRDI, you need to definitely get 2 sets correct and maybe even get some of the questions correct in theta. In quant, if you're looking for 99 percentile, it is approximately 27 marks in CAT 2023. That is, you have to get around 9 questions correct in CAT in quantitative ability to get 99 percentile. In CAT 2022, you need to get around 33 questions correct, which is around 11 questions. As you can see, the 99 percentile dipped quite a lot in CAT 2023 because the paper was much more difficult. In 22, if you got 11 questions correct, you'll get 99 percentile. In 23, even if you got only 9 questions correct, you are getting 99 percentile. And in CAT 2021, it was around 35 marks. So you need to get around 12 questions correct. But the same for CAT 2020 was 43 marks. That is, in CAT 2020, where the paper was much easier, you need to get around 14 questions correct out of 22 to get 99 percentile. This is the rough distribution of 99 percentile mark across the years. So roughly, if you're aiming for 99 percentile, I would say if you're targeting around overall score of between 80 to 85, you have a very good chance of getting 99 percentile. Ram is asking, are you drinking green tea or coffee? I drink hot water, man. I drink hot water because I record a lot. I record a lot of solutions for our dash cats. I record a lot of videos. And I'm also streaming, so my throat hurts. So when I drink this hot water, it reduces the pain. Let me answer a few questions and then I'll go back to the topic. Vikas Gangwar, sir, please advise something for quants, as last time I was not able to revise properly. And I know that this was the major setback for me. I've started the 125 days program today itself. Vikas Gangwar, the first thing you have done well is enrolling to the 125 day program, because at least it will remove one big confusion for you. If you just stick to the 125 day batch, every day we are going to send you the list of topics you have to revise. We'll be sending you the materials. You'll have to keep checking your mail early in the morning every day, and just stick to that schedule. That I think will at least ensure that the entire syllabus will be covered in the next few months. That will at least give you some confidence. You know that I have at least covered all the syllabus. I know all the concepts. Now the problem is with respect to application. You know the concepts, how to apply them. You will know the concept if you just stick to that schedule and watch all the videos and solve the questions that we provide you. Then to understand how to apply this better, I would want you to solve as many questions as you can. You can use the Krakow daily targets. You can first finish the batch task that we provide you, that is the daily task that we give you. In addition to it, if you have time, use the Krakow study room to practice questions. You have to solve more and more questions for you to gain that confidence of how to apply the concepts that you have learned into the questions. Ram is saying, sir, hi sir, 10th 60. 10th 60, wait a minute, I think I missed it somewhere. Okay, I missed it, I'll come back to it. I couldn't find that question. Many people are posting their profile reviews. If you want me to review your profile, please do tune in tomorrow. Once you tune in tomorrow at around 8 p.m., we'll be doing a stream. I and Sayali will be reviewing all your profiles. So if you want us to review your profiles, please do tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. In addition to it, if you're looking for the percentile that is needed to get calls from top institutes, go to the Krakow Percentile Predictor. We'll post the link for it. You can use it. It is a fairly accurate tool. It will give you a good idea. Nikhil Gainede saying, hi sir, I just scored 100 percentile in CAT for 4 years. May I know, have you received all the IM calls? I don't apply for IMs, man. I don't. When you fill the CAT form, you have to apply for all the institutes you are interested in. So I don't apply for any of them. I apply for only one institute. Most likely, I basically ask one of the guy who fills the form to apply for one institute, because unless you apply for any institute, you can't take CAT. So otherwise, I don't apply for any institute, so I don't get any calls. I am going to leave all the profile reviews. Profile reviews, you can use the Krakow Percentile Predictor tool, or you can tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. That is the profile review time. If there is anything else, you can ask me. Praveen Raj is saying, sir, can I start my CAT preparation now, July, taking 60 to 70 mocks and analyzing? Is it a good idea? Praveen Raj, see, you have to take mocks, but taking only solving mocks, I don't think is a great idea. It is like if you're preparing for a marathon, or if you're preparing for a 100-meter race, just running is not a good thing. If you're preparing for a 100-meter race, you also have to work on your muscles. You also have to work on your strength. You have to work on your core. And then you also have to run. So just taking mocks is not a great idea, because you have to first figure out where you are going wrong and then work on your weakness. For example, if you figure out that you're not doing well in algebra, taking more and more mocks is not going to fix it. You have to first sit for some time, look at the concept videos, then try to understand the concepts, improve your concepts and your foundation in algebra before you take the mock again. So just don't take, I think taking 60 mocks is just an overkill. You will get burnt out by the day of the CAT. Right now, from now till the exam, you have around 125 days, maybe around 130 days. Try to take 30 mocks. That I think is sufficient. Victor is saying, sir, one more question. One day I am able to focus on at max 2 topics. If my VRC is becoming good, focus on quants is going low and likewise for others. What to do? I think that is fine. There is no requirement for you to prepare all the 3 topics in every single day. If you are focused on one topic and if you can prepare VRC today, quant tomorrow and LRDI day after tomorrow, that is fine. There is no harm in that. Just don't ensure that you don't spend an entire week preparing one topic and then go to, say, this entire week you are spending on VRC and one entire week you are spending on quant and one entire week you are spending on DLR, because then the gap will become too much. You might forget whatever you learned today. Don't do that, but I think if you're preparing every alternate day, that should not be an issue. Anish Kumar, QA, what will be the level this year? See, the thing is, if you're looking at the cutoffs also, the percentile, the marks that are needed to get 99 percentile in quant, I'll tell you in CAT 2020, it was 43 marks. In CAT 2021, it became 35 marks. In CAT 2022, it became 33 marks. In CAT 2023, it became 27 marks. So basically, the marks that are needed to get 99 percentile is decreasing. This basically means that the paper is getting tougher and tougher year on year. This is contradictory to what those guys actually say. Many of the IM conveners, CAT conveners, always say that we want to make quant easier because we want to get a lot of non-engineers, we want to get diversity, we want to get a lot of girls. So that is what many of them actually say, but the marks indicate otherwise. The percentile, the marks needed to get 99 percentile is definitely decreasing year on year. It's a fairly straight line, secular decline. Shiv Prasad is saying, hello sir, I messaged you in LinkedIn. My 10th marks is given, 12th is given, okay. OBC non-creamy layer, percentage for IIMs for agribusiness. I think around 90 plus should be good enough, I think, for IIM A or IIM L. I think those two have the agribusiness. Sir, if I study only arithmetic and geometry, will it be sufficient for baby IIM calls? See, I don't want that kind of an attitude, because I feel that that is an attitude which is defeatist. If somebody feels that, okay, there are a lot of important topics and you should know the basics of all the topics, even if you don't know some of the topics very well, at least the basics of all the topics should be covered. Especially there are 3 topics in quant which are very important, which is arithmetic, algebra and geometry. Those 3 you should know very well. If you only prepare one topic, then it just means that you don't care enough about getting into baby IIMs to solve all the questions. That just seems like a lack of effort. And the thing you should notice is getting a call from baby IIMs or getting a seat in baby IIMs is coveted. There are thousands of people who would really want to get that seat. And if they are putting in more effort, they will get that seat. So yeah, that is the long answer. The too long did not read. The TLDR summary is, it is not sufficient. If you want to do well in CAT, you have to prepare at least arithmetic, algebra and geometry quite well. And ideally, you should know the basics of all the topics. Praveen Raj is saying, studying and practicing CAT for only 2 hours is boring, sir, but how daily for about 5 years? You are doing the same thing. What motivates you daily? The thing is, see, I love interacting with students. I feel that I have a lot of knowledge about CAT and how to do well in the examination. And when I share this knowledge with students, it gives me a lot of happiness, because I feel that students are gaining quite a lot when I actually talk about how to do well in CAT. Now, that also gives me a lot of satisfaction. I feel that on some small level, I'm able to help students get further in their life, because I know how much a seat in a top IIM or even a top tier MBA institute, the top 10-15 institutes in the country, change a person's career. Now, suppose there is one student who went to a ordinary engineering college, but then gets into a big IIM, maybe like say IIM Lucknow or IIM Calcutta. Many of these guys actually went into these kind of institutes. I know suddenly how much the career of that person has changed. And if I play a small role in actually making that happen, it gives me a lot of satisfaction. So probably if I was preparing for CAT just for myself, maybe even I would find it boring. But I feel that whatever I'm doing, it is definitely helping people. And that gives me a lot of motivation to do whatever I'm doing. And it's been more than 10 years since we started Krakow. And I feel I enjoyed quite a lot. Dhaval Kumar is saying, sir, I'm able to complete full VRC 24 questions just in time. but I get only 14 to 15 correct. Should I continue the same strategy or try to get 19 to 20 questions correct or attempt lesser questions? Dhaval, I think your strategy is completely fine. I think if you're getting 14 to 15 questions correct, you would be scoring close to 40 marks. And like we mentioned, 40 marks is close to 99%. So definitely continue the same. Try to improve your accuracy, especially in reading comprehension, because I've noticed that accuracy in RCs can be improved. So focus on doing that. Don't cut down the number of questions you attempt, because I feel then you are setting a cap on how much you can score. Secondly, if you just randomly mark a question without really knowing anything, you haven't read the question, you are just going to say that, okay, every question I'm going to attempt A. Even then, the expected marks that you score from that question is 0. Because the chance that you will get it correct is 1 by 4. The chance that you will get it wrong is 3 by 4. When you get it correct, it is 3 marks. When you get it wrong, it is minus 1 marks. So the expected marks is 1 by 4 into 3 minus 3 by 4 into 1, which is 0. Now, if you're able to eliminate one option, then you will be getting a positive expected score. If you are able to eliminate two options, so now you know that either option A is correct or say option D is correct. You just don't know which of the two is correct. So the probability of you getting it correct is 1 by 2. Probability that you will get it wrong is 1 by 2. But when you get correct, you are getting 3 marks. When you're getting it wrong, you're only losing 1 mark. So the expected marks that you get will be 1 by 2 into 3 minus 1 by 2 into 1, which is basically 1 mark. So attempting more is always good. Beyond the familiar, in mocks my mind just goes blank in quants. When exam ends, it turns out that I can do 10 to 13 questions at least. This is happening with me in dashcats. What I would tell you is simple. Okay, this is again a very common thing. Many people actually face this issue of panic or paranoia. I think the easiest way in which you can fix it is by taking sectionals. Because I think somehow we put a lot of emphasis on mocks. We take mocks very seriously. If you want to do well without the pressure or the panic, I would say take sectionals, because sectionals are like a low hanging fruit. The amount of effort that is needed is lesser. So try to take more and more sectionals. Then your panic also will be lesser, because you feel that, okay, a sectional is just for 40 minutes. Even if you panic and you completely mess up a sectional, it doesn't seem to have a lot of weightage. So then just go to a next sectional the next day, so that you will at least get over that initial panic or nerves. And the thing is, if you are say worrying about quant, and in the first sectional you score say 5 marks, in the second sectional you score again 5 marks, and in the third sectional suppose you score 15 marks, then you know that at least in one sectional I was able to score 15. So getting 15 in quant is not very, very difficult. You will get that mindset, you will get that confidence. Srisha YM is saying, sir, percentile required for non-engineer to be in top 15 CAT. Yeah, if you are in the top 15 CAT, you will get calls from most of the IIMs, at least from IIM Ahmedabad. For a non-engineer, again, there are different types of non-engineers. There are non-engineers who are BSc, there are non-engineers who are BCom, there are non-engineers who have a post-graduation. There are different types of non-engineers. But typically, I think if you get 99.2, 99.3, maybe 99.5 as a non-engineer, you will have a good shot at being in the top 50. Pankaj Jivani is saying, sir, can you summarize LRDA trending topics? I can think of puzzles, scheduling, routes, networks on the top of my mind. I would also tell you to be thorough with the DI topics. Last year in CAT 2023, there was no DI set. But in every year before it, at least for the last 5-6 years, there was a DI set. So you should be thorough with the different kinds of DI sets. How to read line graphs, how to read bar charts, how to read pie charts, how to read spider webs. All of these things you should be knowing very well. In addition to it, I will also tell you to know how to represent 4 parameter Venn diagrams. These I think are the normal LRDIs. Abhi is saying there are short solutions in Krakow. I don't understand if I'm weak in DLR. I don't see your approach in DLR. I want this because I've purchased the batch, very short and fast videos. Abhi, you can send a mail to support@krakow.in. If you find any video to be short, I'll personally look at it. But I find it surprising because I record the videos for most of the LRDI sets, and I try to make the videos to be as comprehensive as possible. Whenever I'm explaining a solution, I try to make it as detailed as possible. But still, like all of us are humans, it is also possible that maybe some of the videos, without us really knowing, have short solutions. I'll try to expand on them. So whenever you find any video which you think is not well explained, please do send a mail to support@kraku.in. I'll personally look at it and I'll try to make a better video. Vikas Gangwar is saying, sir, I attempted all the dash kits and all the previous year's papers. How should I start my journey this time? That is, I think, a very good start, because getting started with all the previous papers, I think, is the best way in which you can start your CAT journey. You know where to download the CAT previous papers. You can just download all of them on our Kraku website. You can download the PDFs. The way I would recommend you to prepare or solve the previous year's papers is download all the PDFs. CAT 2023, there are 3 slots, so 3 PDFs, download them. CAT 2022, there are 3 slots, 3 PDFs, download them. And start with the first slot. Try to answer a question on your own. All of these questions, try to answer on your own. If you're preparing for LRDA, try to look at a LRDA set and try to solve it on your own. Spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If you get it, fantastic. Check whether it is correct or not. If you don't get it, then look at the video solution. Even if you get it correct, especially in LRDA, try to look at the video solutions. I've recorded all the video solutions so that you get an idea of how I answered it. Sometimes I answered it better, sometimes you might answer it better. But at least it is always good for you to know the approach that everybody else is taking. Amit Kul is saying, sir, I have joined Kraku 125-day program. I thought it would start from today, but I see a lot of pending tasks in June. Should I complete that first or start from today's task? I think if you start with the pending task, that is better. Don't get overwhelmed that there is a lot of pending tasks. Try to finish as many of them as you can. And just try to clear the backlogs one day at a time. Mostly, we keep the weekends free. There will be mostly only mocks or sections that you have to attempt over the weekends and analyze them. So try to use the weekends productively and try to clear as much backlog as you can. Just don't ensure that you are adding any more additional backlogs. That I think is good enough. Divyashi Gupta is saying, sir, what is the difference between head start mocks and dash cat mocks? Which one should I prefer? I think if you have just started preparing for CAT, you should take head start mocks. Once you get used to taking mocks, then start taking the dash cats. Dash cats, basically we release one dash cat every 2 weeks. So if you have to take dash cats, take it within that window. Head start mocks you can take at any time. Even dash cats also you can take at any time if you are a premium student. But head start mocks are basically something that we have already released. Dash cat is something that we'll release once every 2 weeks. Dash cats are basically the flagship mocks of Kraku. Sir, what is the difference between dash cat and head start mocks? Which one should I prefer? Dash cats are definitely the best. Head start mocks are for more practice. That is basically the difference. Dash cats we take we release one dash cat every 2 weeks, and head start mocks are already there. Mostly the head start marks that we have provided are either from CAT 2022 or CAT 2023 dash cats. So we have put some of the old mocks which are also pretty good. Dash cats are the new dash cats are the dash cats that we prepare completely new, which is based on the latest pattern. Head start mocks are also in the latest pattern, but they are essentially mocks from CAT 2023 or CAT 2022. So that difference will always be there. Having said that, both are good, but dash cat is preferred. Okay guys, I'll answer 2 more questions before ending this stream. Please do like the stream guys, we got only 50 likes. There are more than 67 people who are watching this stream live. I want to get to at least 75 likes before the stream ends. So please go ahead and press the like button. I'll answer 2 more questions before ending the stream. Let me know if you have any good questions. Sir, why to join Tier 3 MBA college and not join? Please answer, sir. It depends on your personal situation. Suppose you are a fresher, or suppose you have say 1 or 2 years work ex. You don't have a lot of work ex. And suppose you are actually working now. In that scenario, I would say take CAT again. What is the reason to actually join a Tier 3 or a Tier 4 MBA college? But suppose you have a gap year. Suppose you don't have a job. Now, you have already taken CAT 3-4 times, and then you get admission into a Tier 3 MBA college. Then the options that you have are limited. Will you again prepare for CAT 1 more year? You don't have a job. Will you sit at home, prepare for CAT and hope that it will work out? Or you will join this MBA college and then hope for the best? In those kind of situations, I think it becomes, the choice essentially becomes yours, whether you want to give CAT again or whether you want to join an institute. Can you tell us your chess rating? My rating is 1522, that is FIDE rating. On lead chess, it is around 2100. Okay guys, that's it for today. Please do like the stream, and people who are looking for profile reviews, please do tune in at 8 p.m. tomorrow, and you can actually comment your profile below this video. We'll be looking at 10 or 15 profiles. We'll be looking from our comments, and then we'll be discussing those profiles in detail. In addition to it, people who attend tomorrow, you can post your profile, and we can pick some of the ones which we find interesting. If your profile is not picked and you are worried about what is the percentile that is needed, you can always check out the Krakow percentile predictor. I hope that you have started your preparation for CAT in the earnest. And if you have any doubts with respect to your CAT preparation, you can comment below this video. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in.